Experimentation is a visual novel made up of 5 different stories in one game. Different characters, different settings, and according to the Steam page, unrelated at first glance, which is the whole reason I was excited to try out this game. I wanted to know how each of these separate stories tied in together. Also, quick disclaimer here, while I have received a free key to review this game, I've approached the review with an objective lens. And I can comfortably say that after finishing all 5 of the stories, they're not really related to each other in any meaningful way. Just that the 5th story references a few of them at the end, but it's nothing that feels meaningful or even directly impacts the story. And I mean, if it does, it wasn't written in very well, because maybe it's possible, but I didn't see it. Now, each story had moments where I was heavily invested with some of its bigger reveals or twists, so I want to give it credit there. Most of these big moments caught me off guard and didn't feel out of place. Just most of the rest of it is relatively bland. The stories are often trying to express complex emotions, but without getting into the inner feelings or workings of our characters' minds or even how it affects the decisions that they're making. And in the moments it feels like it's about to, it just moves through it pretty quickly without giving it the time it needs to really develop things. But what's most disappointing about the game is how all the images on the story page seem to have been carefully handpicked and chosen to make it feel like the game maintains some sort of uniform art style. But once you get into it, if you couldn't tell already, you're just presented with a bunch of random AI-generated images with very few of them ever looking like they go together. I mean, I was fairly positive going into the game that this was AI art that I was about to see, but I didn't think that it was just gonna be this bad. The only other concern I have is that with all the AI art and some of the weird shifts in how the writing works, it makes me wonder how much of the stories are actually written by a person or just generated by an AI. But, it's hard to say for sure. All in all, this is a $4 game, and even at that price, I don't know if it's exactly worth your time, but it's on sale right now for 50% off, so, if you're really feeling like you want to give it a try, I mean, it's got a couple neat story elements in there.